Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. That's right. I told y'all I was coming back. I'm right back here. Like I said, I will be. Welcome back, y'all, to a Win is a Win podcast. Listen, this is a 10-minute quick heater. Today we are talking about the draft. That's right. I have my top 12 picks in the draft because with the Chiefs at 9 and the Dolphins drafting a QB. Yeah, my picks might make some people uncomfortable, but that's the whole point, right? That's the point. So let's get into it.
Hey, come on in and welcome to a Win is a Win podcast, where sports and everything else collide. Comfortable? All right. Let's go, Dr. T.
So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this podcast. And don't forget to tell somebody else to join a Win is a Win. And hey, it don't cost you a thing to pull up over here. All we do is talk about sports and have a good time. Don't forget to hit all the necessary buttons down there. You know what to do. Click, subscribe, and do all of that fun stuff. Bring somebody with you. Listen, what I need you to do, drink your water, okay? Too many of y'all, let me put this up here. I drink one of these a day. 1 whole gallon a day. Now, I done seen too many of my subscribers, y'all, drinking all that soda, drinking all that juice. Drink some water, okay? I'm not saying you gotta down one of these whole things a day, but get your water in, okay? First thing you need to do after you get up, after you brush your teeth, those. After you brush your teeth, drink some room temperature water, okay? Get your body going after you fasted all night, all right? Okay, now let's get into this draft. Let me put that down. Okay, so look, I got my notes here. So now with all of this going on with the draft and, you know, like I said, we got the Chiefs going at 9, and then we have the Dolphins going at 10. I think my picks, might cause a little bit of controversy, but are you here for it? Are you going to jump in the chat and have a discussion? I really hope so. So 10 minutes, top 12, my picks, what y'all got? Let's get into it. Jumping off. We all know who's going number 1, and we know where he's going to. Raiders QB, Mendoza. Now, here's my thing, right? If Mendoza isn't, let's say, a star, the Raiders stay irrelevant, possibly for another decade. Why? I would say you don't pass on the QB. You just can't. Especially at number 1. And they're obviously in a rebuilding phase. Yep. You have everything from the coaching to the roster, identity. All of that now revolves around him. So, Mendoza, number 1, to the Raiders, to the Jets. So much I can say about the Jets, especially these last comments in the last 48 hours. I'm going to just go ahead and leave that alone. Off the edge, David Bailey. The Jets are building, and they're building a defense. First, identity. Again, I don't hate it. Why? Because I guess you can say instead of forcing a QB, I guess you can say they double down on pressure. Let's just put it like that. They double down on pressure. Okay. Elite defenses are going to keep you competitive when the offense is shaky. So that's all you can say about the Jets. Cardinals. Yeah. Right here in Phoenix. So we already know Kyler Murray is where he's at. So now we have the offensive tackle, Francis. I don't know how you say his last name. Is it Malgoa? Not entirely sure. Forgive me if I've mispronounced it. Someone correct me down in the comments. This is the, how do I want to phrase this? The smartest, boring pick in the draft. I'll explain. Out here in Arizona, the Cardinals are not flashy. No, they're not. They're stabilizing. That's what they're doing. The franchise pretty much, they kind of tackle quiet changes every 5 to 10 years. Quietly, they tackle these changes every 5 to 10 years. That's it. Make no noise. Don't do nothing. It's just quiet. That's about it. So, I think he'll go number 3 to the Cardinals. Nothing else to say about that. The Titans, wide receiver, Jordan Tyson. Now, for him, Tennessee is finally pretty much, they're behind offensively. They're just behind the 8 ball. And I think they've lacked a lot of experience. Explosiveness, Well, probably both experience and explosiveness over the last few years. And I think Tyson will give them not only speed and separation, I think he could actually be a fear factor. It's yet to be seen, but watching him in college, I believe he can definitely be some type of fear factor for them. So I have him at 4, going to the Titans, moving down to number 5, to the Giants, cornerback Caleb Downs. This is, how do I want to say it? I believe that Caleb will give them kind of we're tired of getting cooked pick, if you will. I think that's what that means. I think he'll bring some type of versatility and can cover, tackle, and pretty much disguise looks. I believe that's what he brings. And I think that the Giants, I could be wrong, they're trying to modernize their defense. So we'll see if that holds true with Caleb Downs. All right, y'all. So yeah, even though I live in the desert, y'all know I'm from Cleveland. And so number 6 is the Browns. Let's just pause for a minute. So offensive tackle Caleb, I don't know how you say his name. It's Lomu. So Lomu. They drafted the offensive line men again. Tells you everything you need to know about Cleveland's offense. We could do this in our sleep. Go to sleep. Offensive line. Like, come on. They just don't trust their protection or their structure whatsoever. You have to, how do I want to say this? Fix the line, fix it before pretending skilled players will save you. Do that first. Skilled players cannot save you. You have no real wide receiver one. Who knows what's happening at quarterback position? It's another episode for another time. Same old Browns, same old cardiac kids, and I'm moving along before my blood pressure goes up. Moving along to the Commanders. Off the edge, I believe they'll take Reuben Bain Jr. Here's why. Washington is building their defense, and I believe that's going to hit you in the mouth. Bain adds power and pressure. And that's football identity. When, how do I want to say it? In the trenches and disrupt everything, pretty much. So, I had to guess in my mock, I would believe that they're going to go with Bain. Trying to get that defense together over there. Saints need a QB. Yeah, they do. Definitely. And I believe that Ty Simpson will be their pick. I just think that they waited too long to reset at the QB position. Now, they have to gamble. They don't have a choice. They have to gamble with this one. And I don't think that Simpson is the sure thing. But neither is doing nothing at this point. So what do? This is, we need some type of hope. All right, so let's do it. That's it. Moving along to the Chiefs at 9. I think they'll take a defensive tackle, and I think it will be Caden McDonald. That's what I have down here. It's the fact that the Chiefs are picking at 9 is the real story here. That's the real story. If they're here, something went wrong. And you have to ask this question. But grabbing interior dominance, that's how, in my mind, they bounce back really fast. That's the question. So go back and say interior dominance. So they're trying to bounce back in that fashion, but still picking at 9. We all know what went wrong. It started from the top of the season, and it went all the way. The thread unraveled. It kept unraveling slow, and it just came all the way loose at the end. We saw it. Nothing that you could really do about it, but we saw it. So we will see what happens. Cincinnati Bengals. They gonna have to do something off the edge. We all know why. So I believe they'll take Dennis Sutton. I mean, you gotta think the defense has been living off reputation, just not the results. And they need consistent pass rush for sure. And so if you don't want flashes of just reputation, then this pick should be just about fixing, not just, oh, okay, that looked good for a minute. You know, gotta have some type of consistency in that situation. 11, Dolphins. Okay, so even though they have a QB, they're still in the quarterback pool. So I believe that they'll take Carson Beck. I could be wrong, but I believe that he's going there. And it kind of tells me that they don't really trust their current situation. You don't bring in Beck, possibly, unless you're preparing for that type of uncertainty. So I think this is kind of insurance a little bit for a future transition and rounding out the 12. Lord, Jerry Jones and those damn Cowboys, yeah. But I think they'll take Jeremiah Love at the running back position. I mean, you gotta think, yes, it's early for a running back, but Dallas just don't care. No, they just don't care. Love changes the offense instantly, I believe. And, you know, he does have explosiveness and big play ability. I will say that, definitely. But it's the Cowboys. It's a win now move. If anything else, that's just, it's the Cowboys, so we'll see. He has the explosiveness and he can pressure off the QB. But we will see. Let me know exactly what you think. Those are my 12 picks. I already know that some of y'all are going to be mad about at least 3 of these. Could be wrong. But drop your takes, drop your picks down in the comments. Let's talk about it. I'm going to catch y'all next week.